Building trust, customers and banks. Customer trust is the most important component of retail banking. Since the banks are facing increasing competition from non-financial intermediaries and mobile technologies, how then would banks be able to establish and retain trust with their customers? Firstly, know your customers. Banks should apply predictive analytics and tie those results to persona to give banks additional insight to their customers. Secondly, remove friction between the bank and the customer. When a bank takes away friction, it protects customer trust as well as builds trust through guided interactions. An example could be to offer customers the ease of checking the waiting time to be served through the use of electronic devices. Thirdly, resolve any problems which may arise. Fourthly, eliminate any surprises. Customers should have a clear understanding of the banking fees they may incur and be aware of the finance programs available to them. Lastly, always protect the customer. For example, Ben's banker advises him to apply for a debit card and at the same time some blue chip stocks. However, it is not in the best interest of the customer to get the stocks. The banker has a responsibility to advise products that are in his best interest only. So now that trust is established, what is next? When a person trusts his or her bank, that person would be more likely to entrust their comprehensive personal data with the banks. The banks can obtain this information through social media befriending as well as collecting behavioral studies like spending and eating habits of their customers. So why do customers trust banks? The first reason is the quality service provided by the bank. When a customer walks into the bank, they would be greeted with quality services provided by the bank front desk officers. This includes a one-to-one enquiry service with the customer. Examples of quality service include good attitude and knowledgeable bank officers and sufficient staff to handle customer crowd. The second reason is the security in protection of customers' personal data. When a customer wants to opt for the iBanking service, the bank will give him a token as a double security when using the service. 2 steps are needed to access iBanking. Step 1. Log in to iBanking with your user ID and password. Step 2. Key in the 6-digit passcode on the token to access confidential information. The third reason is the stability and creditworthiness of your bank. For example, DBS Bank has good credit ratings with a stable outlook. Standard & Poor's rated DBS and AA-. Now, what are the benefits of customers' trust in banks? First, customer loyalty. When customers trust banks, they tend to be loyal to the bank and will stay with them as long as possible. Daddy, why DBS Bank? That is because I trust DBS Bank. I intend to go with them forever. Second, improvements in sales and service quality. Trust in banks will mean that customers have already branded that bank as one they will entrust their monies and life proceeds with. Banks will then have larger pools of monies to generate sales with more long-term customers, with customers' trust and loyalty to the bank. Customers may also use the different products and services at their bank. Examples are applying for credit cards and insurances, and to ask for financial advisors. So how does customer trust impact the future of banking? Firstly, banks can cater to the differing needs of their customers. By understanding their needs of their customers throughout their life events, banks can provide customized products to serve customers' different stages of life. For example, Bob, who is in his prime age, is earning an annual income of $120,000. He often goes backpacking and loves to go overseas for extreme sports. His bank can offer Traveller Shield insurance, which provides coverage for adventurous activities like skiing, medical expenses, and baggage loss. With a comprehensive coverage, Bob can travel for peace of mind. Secondly, there will be increased reliance on e-services. With the improved security functions provided by the bank, customers are becoming more willing to provide confidential information to be accessed online through iBanking or mobile banking. This faster and more convenient feature will definitely affect the business of bank branches, and this may eventually lead to the non-existence of bank branches in the future. Banks might not be able to retain loyal customers through face-to-face services at bank counters. So to ensure that customers still trust banks, we can enhance the use of iBanking. For example, if there is a live chat feature at the iBanking webpage, customers can make enquiries and get help immediately without having to travel to the bank branches. This can ensure a quality service provided to customers online. Lastly, it will result in higher returns for the bank due to an increased loyal customer base. An increase in customer base will bring about higher profits for the bank. When customers trust banks, they will be willing to entrust the bank with their savings for longer terms. This gives the bank opportunities to use this pool of customer savings to invest or loan, which brings them more returns. Higher trust also means that customers are more willing to take up the bank products such as savings accounts, insurance, debit and credit cards, and services like checks, mortgage, overdraft facilities and remitters provided by the banks, leading to an increase in profits. These are all beneficial for the banks in the long term. We have come to the end of the financial regulation and practices portion of our video. Now, we will move on to explaining our dreamed consumer bank. Our dreamed consumer bank. At present, customers only trust banks to a certain extent. Why is this so? There are mainly three reasons. Firstly, banks provide affordable but unsatisfactory services to meet the needs of their customers. Secondly, they do provide good services but are unaffordable and expensive. Thirdly, different levels of services are used to serve different types of customers. High net worth customers get better treatment such as private room consultation, whereas the general customers have to queue up at the bank counters to be served. In our Dream Consumer Bank, we predict customers to fully trust banks. And when customers fully trust banks, they will have higher expectations from the bank to provide excellent services. Thus, banks should enhance current services to ensure that customers enjoy banking. We have come up with a few ideas for our Dream Consumer Bank. Firstly, customer-oriented bankers. Customers who fully trust their banks will entrust full details of their itinerary to their bank when getting a travel insurance. Banks can charge a suitable premium for their insurance according to the more detailed itinerary they provide. For example, Joyce decides to go to Japan, which is prone to natural disasters like tsunamis. The bank will then charge her a higher premium. Secondly, improved security features. When customers trust banks, they would expect higher security when it comes to their daily transactions. This can be improved with unique verifications like fingerprint or eye identification. For example, automated teller machines. ATMs now use a 6-pin passcode whenever a transaction is to be made. This feature can be replaced with a fingerprint identification instead. The use of a PIN code on the ATM is not the fastest way as it is easily hacked when others know your passcode. The fingerprint function will be much safer as fingerprints are different and unique to every person. Bank teller machine. Currently, BTMs now allow customers to withdraw above their daily limit. However, this is limited to during office hours only, where staff will be present to assist customers. This can be enhanced with an iVerify such that staffs are not needed to provide any extra verification. Third, extra convenience. The customer teller machine will ease the convenience of customers. With this new invention, marine services like applying for insurance or credit cards can be easily done using this machine. For example, by simply keying in your details for the different insurance you are applying for, the CTM will automatically assess your information and come up with a suitable insurance plan for you. Step-by-step guides will also be available for the different customers who meet with certain difficulties in deciding their suitable plan or card. Fourth, hacker and virus-proof systems. Banks will need to improve their information systems by ways of encryption to ensure that their customers' information are safe and secure with them. Hence the creation of a new software named Bankware. Bankware can be adopted and customized by the different banks to store important information. This software will not be accessible by any external means and will thus remain hacker and virus proof. Fifth, ethical bankers. Customers will always trust that the banker will make the best decision for them. However, some bankers may misuse customer funds or information for their own benefit. So to prevent a conflict of interest, a double confirmation should be required when bankers deal with a large sum of money. The ideal is a first signature from customers and a second signature from supervisors before an approval. In a nutshell, we believe that with all these new features, customers will definitely have a better and smoother banking journey regardless of their banks. Dream big, bank happy.